Hey turnips, so today I'll be teaching you guys how to make the latte macaron. This is like coffee macaron and we are going to put a cream filling in the middle. So it's like coffee espresso with milk and essentially that's a latte. And without further ado, let's get started. We are going to sift our almond meal. This is not really the correct way of sifting, but our main purpose is to get rid of all the big pieces of almond that would affect our macaron dome structure. And by sifting, it will give macarons that really smooth and round structure on its shell. As for the bigger pieces that are left over, we can save them for later as macaron topping decorations. And we are going to add in our confectionery sugar, also known as powdered sugar, and it will give macaron shells that really sweet taste to it. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but macaron recipes usually call for more confectionery sugar than almond meal, and that's why it gives that really delicious sweet taste to it. So essentially, when you're eating a macaron, you're eating basically to the sugar. And of course, who doesn't like sugar? Sifting the confectionery sugar should be relatively easy since it's already in its powder form. There should be no clumps left over, and if they are, just press it through the strainer. Now we are going to add in Maxwell House instant coffee, and these coffee are kind of not in its powder form, so you definitely have to strain it through a really fine strainer. You can also use other instant coffee powder as well. Since you're sifting it, you're also breaking it down to smaller pieces, and by breaking it down to smaller pieces, you can also mix it well better so that it has an even flavor for all your macarons. It's better than having a burst of caffeine while you're drinking your tea or coffee. And for this step, it's optional, but I'm going to add in Hershey's dark cocoa powder, and it will really enrich the macaron flavors, giving that dark chocolate coffee flavor to it. Just like our previous dry ingredients, we are going to sift it as well. Now we are going to mix all our dry ingredients together. Mix well. Just continue mixing until it's well combined. And now we have our egg whites, and we are going to whisk it until we reach a really puffy and cloudy consistency. And you can also whisk this by hand or by machine. As for whisking egg whites, make sure that your egg whites are cold, especially on a hot summer day, because the temperature will actually denature the egg whites. Or if you're baking and you have all your supplies out, make sure your egg whites are still cold in the fridge. After whisking for about 5 minutes, I've started to see this really foamy and cloudy consistency. Can you see it? And this consistency is a good indicator that you can start adding all of your granulated sugar. And you do not need to wait to add your sugar in dirts or forks. You can add it all at once because since you're whisking it, you're spreading the sugar among the egg whites. Now just simply continue whisking, and as you are whisking, you started to notice that the sugar will make the egg whites really thick, and that's the consistency that you're looking for. Also be sure to scrape the sides since there are some egg whites there as well. Right here you see that it's kind of soupy, so just continue whisking. It's definitely a workout, but it's really rewarding as well. Testing the batter here, and it's kind of droopy, and just give it a quick whisk, and then now we've reached stiff peaks where it could hold a bunch of cream at the very top. Once we have reached our consistency right here, we are going to slide in all our dry ingredients that we made previously, all to the egg whites. Be sure to get as much dry ingredients as possible because macarons are really sensitive to the measurements. At this point, we are going to start folding our egg whites with the drying ingredients, and we fold from outside towards inside. And as for the spatula, I strongly recommend using a silicone plastic spatula instead of a wooden one, because a wooden one will have a really hard time scraping the sides of the bowl and mixing and folding the meringue together. And if you're picking out a spatula, I'm using a flat-headed spatula so it's easier to scrape the sides compared to a rectangular silicone spatula. Many subscribers have told me that they have trouble finding the right consistency for folding meringues, or they think that they're folding the meringues incorrectly, so I'm leaving an extended version of the folding right here so you guys can learn and practice as well. If you guys are struggling with your macaron recipes or you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a message in the comment section down below. Or you guys could also reach me out on my Facebook page, the link is posted in the description box. After folding for a while and scraping the sides as well, I've reached this really beautiful lava consistency right here. At this point, you can stop folding and pour all your batter to a piping pan and start piping. And hopefully that meringue method really helped you guys understand how to fold your meringues correctly. And if you guys are struggling, feel free to check out my other macaron videos for a better understanding as well. Now just pipe your batter onto a silk pad or parchment paper, which is also on top of a cookie sheet. Also, by piping diagonally, you're maximizing the amount of space you can bake. It also reduces the uneven heating of the macarons as well. And certainly, practice makes perfect. Here's a close-up look on the macarons, and just sprinkle the almond crumbs that we sifted out earlier before if you wish. And to release all the excess air bubbles, we are going to tap the cookie sheet. Now we are going to bake our macarons in a preheated 300 degrees Fahrenheit oven for approximately 19.5 to 20 minutes max. Now let your macaron shells cool at least for 20 minutes before removing them from the parchment paper or a silk pad. And during this cooling process, you're also letting the macarons cook as well. If you're having trouble removing your macarons from your parchment paper, that means that your macarons are not fully cooked. And here's the final product, the delicious Mocha Latte Macaron. And this macaron has that beautiful smooth surface that I mentioned earlier, and it also has really nice, small, cute little feet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this delightful Mocha Latte Macaron. And certainly let me know how it goes. I would love to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys like what I do, hit that subscribe button. For those who missed out last week's video, I made Thai tea ice cream and it's really delicious and creamy. And you definitely have to check it out. Until next time, bye!